Our next speaker is representing Australia. He's Rod from Jayride. Rod, the stage is yours.
Now, when I was a little boy.
G'day. I'm Rod from Jayride, here from Australia, to tell you about something that you do every day, but is probably so big that you don't think about it. So you've come from somewhere to be here, and you'll probably go somewhere else, and then you'll go home. You've made 3 trips today. And on average, that makes you average. Because you see, everyone makes 3 trips on average every day. So, for example, in a small market like where we're from, that's 31 billion trips a year. Billion. And what's funny is that these trips aren't always easy, and they don't always break down like you'd expect. Because I know you shop for flights when you fly, despite the fact that you practically never fly. So why is there no place to shop for land transport, the other 93% of the money we spend? And I know you've probably got a public transport iPhone app in your pocket right now. It is Geneva. So can you buy anything with that? See, land transport's failing this basic test of e-commerce that is to be able to be found and bought online when you need it. And it causes problems like somebody travelling long distance, towns at home, Byron Bay in Sydney. It's boring, it's expensive, or travelling somewhere slightly awkward like Bondi Beach to the airport, parking, traffic, what a pain. These pains are caused because you don't have access to the information when you would otherwise buy it. And these pains are caused because the transport companies who provide the services that could help you out lack the sales and distribution to reach you online when you would otherwise buy. So Jayride solves these problems by working with the transport companies, the airport shuttles, the hire cars, the coach lines, to ask one simple question. Where are you going? And then we answer it with everything that can take you from A to B, be it an airport shuttle, a private transfer, a coach line, anything that you can book. This is not public transport, this is private transport operators, all in one search. And we can do that because we work with all of the transport companies individually, doing business development and funneling them into our Jayride Pro toolset, which sits behind the scenes, defining things like coverage, pricing, availability. We spent a year building this platform, and then at the end of last year, we threw on top the booking module. We can now take your booking with an instant quote, fully prepaid, with an instant confirmation, and help you get from A to B. And what's more, you don't even need to know our name, because we already work with that public transport iPhone app that I mentioned that's in your pocket, so that now you can find shuttles in that app and click to book with Jayride. This is not our app. This is an app called TripGo. So in summary, it's a marketplace for transport. Our business development reaches out and signs up new transport companies. We create data, structured data, usually for the first time, which we store in our database. And what's more, add on top of our booking system, so that the transport companies can reach and sell to you, their passenger. You can find that trip you need when you're otherwise going to travel. And we sit in the middle, facilitating the exchange and taking our commission on sale. And what's more, we work with practically every Australian and New Zealand supplier. Passengers love it. Thank you very much for your excellent service. Your driver saved my day. We're multi-award winning, and we're backed by an expert management team. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Rod Bishop. I'm an expert in transport and marketing, joined by the best CTO I've ever met, Ross Lynn, expert in marketplace design and geospatial technology. We have a team of 6, including Andre Sherbin, with $100 million in experts, in exits of his own name. We're the right team for the job, to build and market a geospatial transport marketplace. Notice those skills. The business model is very simple. We take bookings on transport, we earn our commission and booking fees. But what's more, because we have unique inventory, we're able to monetize that through channel distribution to partners like those public transport apps. And we're growing fast. See, the way we grow is to reach out through business development to new suppliers, because we're confident that when we're putting these guys online, usually for the first time, those connections like Bondi Beach to Sydney Airport will attract visitors, long tail in the style of Amazon, and convert to bookings. So we can grow globally just by putting business development teams in different countries, and that's why I'm at Seedstars. I want to tell you just for a moment why this opportunity exists. You see, when you look at every way that you could go from A to B. It's bookended on two sides by giant aggregate sets of data. Flights, I'm sure you're aware of, you can book these anywhere. And public transport, you can't book it, but any man and his dog can make an app with that. What's funny is that you've got giant players on both sides, like Google eating everyone's margins, but what's in the middle is this hyper-fragmentation. You've got coaches, the shuttles, these are small providers. They're bus drivers. They don't understand structured data, online marketing, sales and distribution, but we can reach out to them with nimble business development and marketplace tools to aggregate them. And so the competitive opportunity is to be the aggregate source of all of this information for any app that wants to use it. And that's the future. All transport data, bookable online through our platform, and as a result, making a lot of bookings. The travel industry is quite liquid, and there's quite a few opportunities to sell this once we have all of the inventory. TripAdvisor wrapped up 6 startups last year, but the real big success story is Redbus, which is Jayride for India, which exited for $100 million in June. So I'm here to pitch for 3 things. First of all, we closed some venture at the end of last year. If this sounds like an interesting thing for your market, come and work with us. Secondly, if you already have access to transport information or you would really like it, come talk to us. We want to help you out. And thirdly, we opened that round for 500 to 1.5. We closed at 500. For the right investor, we could open it again. So we can up to another $1 million if it suits you. That's Jayride. I'm Rod Bishop. Thanks.